Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. So in the final 10 days leading up to the Joseph Parker-Hughie Fury fight, I'll be putting together an omnibus piece on most days, sort of covering off the noteworthy goings-on in the final days of the build-up. So this edition, Joseph Parker is questioning if Hughie Fury is having an identity crisis, what's happening on social media, and some footage of New Zealand's High Commissioner to the UK, Sir Jerry Mataparai, talking about Parker. And included in the 2 minutes of footage supplied by Duco, some words from Parker himself about whether he's nervous or not. First off, as we know, there's been an increasing amount of niggle in recent weeks between the two fighters ahead of their showdown in Manchester on September 23rd. It's fair to say much of it has come from Hughie Fury, some of it a little bit on the nose. You might remember this clip.
4 weeks and you're getting it, you little fucking bitch. Fucking wanker. Fucking motherfucker. That's the fucking winner there. One and only, Hughie Fury. Come on.
More recently, he's called Parker a chump and demanded some respect. Parker, meanwhile, for the most part, well, he's kept things under the radar, while we've more heard from the likes of his trainer Kevin Barry, who says the pressure is all on Fury. But now Parker has made some interesting comments to stuff.co.nz about Fury. See the link in the description if you'd like to read the article in its entirety. Here's some of the best quotes. He's done a lot of different things in the media, talking and doing this Rambo and Rocky stuff. Maybe he's having a sort of identity crisis. I don't know. Maybe he's a bit mixed up on who he is. He's a boxer who should be preparing to fight. I'm the champion at the moment. I'm going to fight like a champion. I'm here with the belt and I'm taking it back to New Zealand. There's a bit of trash talking from their side. If they find confidence from talking themselves up, then good on them. Carry on. We know what our job is. We don't need to talk. We know that we have put in the work. So later on in that same Stuff article, Parker had this to say about the build-up to the fight. There's been problems with the lead-up to the fight, the promotion. That has given me extra motivation to make a statement. Seriously, I haven't knocked out my last two opponents, so I'm looking for a knockout. Those were Joseph Parker's comments on Fury and the build-up. The identity crisis comments obviously in reference to the old school training camp methods Fury has employed in his camp in the Lake District in the past 8 or 10 weeks, whatever it has been. I guess the way that the punching the meat carcasses and throwing wood around was framed certainly has left Parker an opening big enough for him to get away a few not so subtle digs. Much of the rest, well, it's recycling some comments we've already heard. We know there's been trouble with the promotional side of things, and Parker has been very vocal about wanting a knockout. The fight certainly is a good stage to get one for the sake of his marketability. Likewise, a win does wonders for Fury as well. Elsewhere, Peter Fury has tweeted that sparring for his son Hughie has officially wrapped up. Hughie had 12 sparring partners working to prepare him for Parker. See the tweet on screen. And Hughie Fury himself, he's gone a bit quiet on social media in the past couple of days since those tweets where he called Parker a chump. But he has let us know what sort of boots he will be wearing come fight night. Thanks for that, Hughie. And indeed, Fury's promoter, Hennessy Sports, also a little on the quiet side, but I imagine we will see things pick up now with the scheduled press conferences in the coming days, and other activity will pick up as fight week approaches. Parker himself, in the last couple of days, well, the last day I should say, he's been checking out the sights and sounds of London. And he's also managed to cast a special vote for the New Zealand general election, which is held the day before the fight back in New Zealand. So some video on that in a moment. And Joseph Parker has met up with New Zealand's High Commissioner to the UK, Sir Jerry Mataparai. Don't let his diminutive stature fool you. He's a straight-out badass. He was a Special Air Services soldier, that's New Zealand's Special Forces equivalent, a Major General, Chief of Army, Chief of Defence, New Zealand's top spy, Governor General, and now High Commissioner to the UK. Like I said, straight out badass. Roll film.
Voting is important, but I guess my fight is more important, so I didn't want the distraction of the voting when it's fight time, so I had to get in there early and get my vote in. Yes, I have voted.
Joe follows in the footsteps of some pretty amazing boxers and New Zealanders, and you know, not looking too far ahead. There's a fight in a few days' time, and that's what he needs to be concentrating on. But equally, it's about the legacy that he leaves and the legacy that he contributes to about our boxing heritage, which is as much about, you know, New Zealand as it is about you know, the All Blacks in New Zealand and so on. So, you know, he's at the top of his game. He's at the top of the world. You know, on his belt says world champion. Aren't too many people in the world who've got world champion. The people who came to New Zealand, whether they came on a canoe 1,000 years ago or on a ship 100 years ago or still coming to New Zealand, you know, one of the essences of being there is the challenge, the fact that you've got to fight for things, and the fact that, you know, you respect people who display those qualities of commitment, of courage, and of camaraderie. Because at the end of the day, when, you know, when Joe gets in the ring, that's what it's about. The first two for the start. At the end of it, it's about respecting. It's about, you know, the mateship that comes out of that hard fought fight.
I'm actually surprised how much I'm enjoying London. I thought I'll be in my hotel room relaxing and chilling, but we're actually taking time out to go to see the different sites, enjoy the architecture of the place, and just, you know, everything's clicking at the moment. You know, training's gone well, sparring's gone good, so, you know, what can I say? We're a happy camp. Yesterday we did a public session where people were able to come see us train, sort of watch us on the pads, on the bag, skipping and all that kind of stuff. But today we did good 6 rounds sparring. Sparring sort of, you know, no one's allowed really to come watch sparring because we're working on different techniques and skills that we're going to show on fight night, so we don't want everyone to see it. So it's going to be a surprise. I'm going to be putting on that pressure. Am I nervous? No. Why am I not nervous? Because I train hard, and when I train hard I know I'm going to win. I'm going to knock someone out.
I do really like to hear that Parker is not nervous and that he is looking forward to embracing the occasion, the moment, and he's just wanting to get the fight on and get into it, get into Hughie Fury. What do you make of what he's saying and what else has been popping up on social media and also in the media at large? Drop a comment, hit like, subscribe. I'm out.